In this video, I'm going to react to the first ever derby game between LA Galaxy and LAFC. Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Kabir Considers. This is the place where I react to music, media, sports, anime, anything related to popular culture. I'll watch it with an open mind and give you my 100% honest reaction to it. And if you could please hit that like button early, I'd really appreciate it. Now, this is going to be a really fun one just because I'm super loving learning about the MLS. It's been really interesting seeing the passion of the fans, you know, how into it they are and how big the game is growing over there. Because as someone from England, we always assume that all Americans care about is American football or basketball or baseball. Like a lot of British people never, we think that America will never truly embrace football or soccer, and that's not the case at all. In fact, I would say that there's probably a good argument could be made that I think personally, within maybe 10 years, soccer might displace basketball or might catch up to basketball in terms of its popularity and viewership. Just because when you track the money that's flowing into the sport, I believe about 10 years ago to start an MLS franchise, it was about $20 million or something like that. And whereas now I believe it's like $315 million. So if you track that progression, you know, it's approaching the cost of like value of NBA teams in another 10 years, for example. So yeah, the game is just getting bigger and bigger. And the LA Derby, I think, is probably going to be one of the crown jewels of MLS just because it's LA, it brings in so many eyeballs, it's cool, it's glitzy, it's glamorous. You know, big names like Ibrahimovic have played there, Beckham too. So yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. So let's go. This is going to be me reacting to the first ever MLS LA derby between the LA Galaxy and LAFC. Let's do it.
Los Angeles is diverse.
Everybody's just really super relaxed in LA, except when you get on the freeway, then, you know, it gets a little crazy.
You can feel it in the air. The city's sort of been divided.
That channels into this rivalry, and I think it helps both clubs.
The stadiums are 20 miles apart.
To be able to have two big clubs now play against each other, I think it's gonna, you know, generate something.
Absolutely, of course it will. It's inevitable.
Amongst the fans.
They're really trying to like come on our turf, and it's a little invasive.
This was the perfect start to the rivalry.
The Galaxy have been LA's team for a long time, being the club that has won the most championships.
We have been here since '96.
They've been a team where they have gone for big stars.
Bob Bradley, wasn't he the manager of the US national team at one point? I think he was. Yeah, Robbie Keane, he was at LA Galaxy as well. Yeah, he was a great striker in the Premier League.
They've been very successful with that idea.
And now you have a newcomer that's looking to challenge you.
Meet the new kid on the LA block, LAFC.
We're the hot new team. They're not your average new franchise. You know, they've got a very good squad. They're organized. They're tough to beat.
From the beginning, LAFC has tried to reach into the heart of the city with our stadium, with our fans.
I love it. Look at this. Look at the energy.
We're kind of the new young gun, and they're kind of the old veteran.
Last year,
the old veteran.
It was difficult. It wasn't great, but not the end of the world.
It's been important to see that the fans are still with us, and the people in the city are still with us. We want to get back to sort of winning ways and give back to them.
I want to welcome you guys to the StubHub Center. Thank you guys for coming out, showing your energy, your support for your team. I think it's going to make for a good environment today.
First ever El Tráfico meeting between LAFC and the
El Tráfico. I like that.
LA Galaxy.
It's our chance to go on the field, play our football, and show everybody what we're all about.
Let's get around them!
We started the game well. We were on the front foot.
They came out and took it to us.
Get it back out wide for Vela. Might get a second chance at it.
Carlos Vela! That's how you
What
score the
a
first goal
finish.
between LAFC and the LA Galaxy.
You never want to start a game and within minutes be down a goal, and it definitely kills you.
1-0, I look at my teammate to the left, I said, nah, we can still do this.
Into the middle, Carlos Vela!
Oh, man. Oh. That is a class finish. You've got two guys on the line. He put it from distance, well, not from distance, but from a decent distance, right in the gap. That's a class finish.
2-0, I look at him again. I said to him, I don't know if Zlatan will be enough for this.
You can see when players are playing with confidence, and you can see when they're not doing the things that, they're second guessing their decisions on the field, and that's what happened with us.
Obviously, the vibe in the locker room, guys weren't ecstatic because we were down, but the vibe that I always want to bring to a team is that nothing's impossible. You got.
That's the outlook you have to have. You can't. You being the manager, if you're dejected, that energy gets just displaced and fed into the athletes. You have to be positive at all times.
Got to get one, and if you get one, then you get the second.
On the run.
Oh, nice ball.
Rania using his body to get there. He's got Vela open in the middle. If he's
goal.
So now we're down 3-0. Obviously, the talk wasn't worth very much.
3-0, I said, this will be a long season.
It's been that kind of a day for the Galaxy.
Man.
Even though we went down another goal, we're like, you know what? Let's just play. Let's just relax a little.
Yeah, that's the way you got to approach it. At that point, it's 3-0 down. Just go and play. Give it your all, because who cares if they get another goal? You're already losing, but you might as well just go out on your shield, A
little bit.
The game was going in a perfect way.
We felt like we were in control.
Oh.
Casual, made a bad mistake, gave a ball away in the wrong part of the field.
Roscoe had enough. Now can he feel it? Opportunity for Sebastian Legit.
Of course, that brings him right back into the game.
I blame myself big time on that first goal. It felt like we were almost trying to be too cute.
Emotionally, it was huge for me. Little did I know what it started.
Is it the start of a comeback?
Then there was belief that we could get something
I love the guy in the crowd. Mwah.
out of the game.
Boateng weaving his way through.
Oh, nice cross. This is the thing about MLS that I love. The comebacks, man. The comebacks.
One of the things that we ask our players to do is sometimes introduce themselves to the team and either tell a joke or sing a song. And so Ibra decided to tell a joke, and his joke was, "Do you believe in God?" And the guys are like going, "Yeah." And he says, "Well, then you believe in me." The guy just got off a flight 36 hours before and hasn't played really in a year.
Yeah, Ibrahimovic, class player. Just class.
So the fact that we even thought about playing him is insane.
Check with Ibra also. Does Ibra have 30 in him?
They were screaming for Zlatan for a fair bit.
We want Zlatan.
And so he said, I'm playing. I came here, I got here, I'm ready. I'm playing.
Zlatan, so hey, we go 4-4-2. Okay, so you and Ola up front, Leget's coming out. So one of you guys can drop in the hole sometimes. Okay. But we need the group to stay pushed up, yeah.
Just, in his prime, just ridiculous. Everything you'd need in a striker.
Wherever I stand on the field, I don't need to see where the goal is. I know where it is automatic, so I just needed to wait for the right timing.
I should have recognized, okay, who is it that's on the field?
It just bounced perfectly for Zlatan.
Oh my God.
You just tip your hat. It's an amazing strike.
It's an insane goal.
You cannot write this! You cannot write this!
How many times does that happen in sports where you get the moment where the fans are so desperate for something,
and it happens.
And it works out exactly as the fans want.
LAFC have just been Zlatan. Welcome to Major League Soccer.
Normally I don't take off the shirt. It does happen in some occasions, but this was a special occasion.
When it was 3-3, we were sort of, okay, all right, we're okay with this, coming back from 3-0 and getting out of here 3-3.
Do they go all the way? Do they get the fourth? Wow.
That was great.
Cole picks it up. Cole's cross.
Ashley Cole as well. In his day, the best left back on the planet, easily.
Are you serious?
You believe in God?
This was perfect. How do you say perfection?
It's disappointing to lose, and it's obviously disappointing to lose in that way.
Look, it's football. The sun, the moon, and Zlatan were all lined up perfectly, and on that day for the Galaxy, that made the difference.
It was just such a great way to bring the group together and to see that, you know, we can really fight through stuff and we can come out on top together.
It takes a lot to get the attention of LA. It takes something pretty special. And we had the attention of LA.
You wanted Zlatan? We got Zlatan.
The lion is hungry.
Please welcome Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
You had to be there. Like, you just had to be there to really feel that.
You can watch goals like that on YouTube and highlight reels and get an appreciation for the quality of the goal, but you don't get that inside tickling in your stomach.
Yeah, being there in the stadium when this happened, the atmosphere just must have been nuts. Just nuts. Pandemonium.
I'll make that exhilaration unless you were in the stadium.
It was one of the best live sporting events I've ever been to.
It is what it is, and now we learn from it and get ready for the next one.
Every time we step on the field there, our supporters in the 3252, the place is alive.
I'm used to these games. These games, it triggers me. This is what I play for.
It's a great sports hate. I like to call it sports hate. It's not so much life or death by any means. It's sports hate to where both these sides now still have a lot to prove. LA Galaxy want to maintain that dominance and prove that wasn't a fluke.
It's going to be a continuation of what this series is going to be all about, which is just a battle royal every time we step on the field.
It's going to be on everyone's lips all over the city of Los Angeles.
This is the thing, it's games like this that build rivalries, you know, to be 3-0 up, you've got them pretty much done, and to come back, the game just becomes legendary, part of like the lore, you know, of the rivalry.
Just hopefully beyond.
We'll have everything going for us to get those 3 points back that we gifted them.
This is the first of many games that will come.
History will continue.
That was epic. Man, that was awesome. It's just, I love it. I just love seeing Americans embrace football. You know, just recognize that it's a great sport, because if I want America to get really good at football, because imagine having America involved in the Champions League. Wouldn't that be crazy? You know, having a strong American team at the World Cup. It would just make everything much more interesting, you know. It would be awesome, and it's gonna happen. I've said it, within 10 years, I reckon the MLS, a lot of the teams will be on par with the Premier League. I just see it happening for sure. The LA rivalry looks amazing. I need to go catch a game, an LA Galaxy versus LAFC game. The atmosphere will just be awesome in nice sunny LA. Epic video. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, turn on bell notifications, and keep throwing the recommendations my way. I know I say it all the time, but they genuinely help me out, because if I know you enjoyed watching something, I'll definitely enjoy reacting to it. So like, subscribe, turn on bell notifications, keep throwing the recommendations, and I'll catch you in the next one.